everyone, welcome back to Under SF Inspire. This is it. After this, Hyler and I are packing our bags and going away forever.
Well, not exactly, but this is our last episode of the season.
Yep, you heard Tyler correctly. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Tina Nguyen.
And I'm Tyler McKinney. We are your hosts. If you guys have been with us for the whole ride, you've seen Tina and I experience a lot of different things. Do you remember how great it was when Orquesta de Barrio performed?
Yep, we learned how the Mission Cultural Center for Latino Arts preserves and develops Latino cultural arts.
In addition to that, we also got to spend time with the Asian American Women Artists Association, and we learned how they enhance visibility and recognition of Asian American women in the arts.
Generation Citizen was a great organization we had a chance to highlight as well. I really like their message of educating kids and letting them form their own opinions regarding politics.
Let's also not forget about Lenora Lee Dance and how they create and present large-scale multimedia performances that integrate culture, history, and human rights issues.
With all of these fond memories and wonderful experiences, now it's time to end everything with a bang.
This time, Tina and I get a chance to explore more about the art of performing in the theater. We also get to see the important roles women have within the platform.
Theater is that body of artistic work in which actors impersonate characters in a live performance of a scripted play.
This form of expression and storytelling dates all the way back to the 10th century.
The Western tradition of theater has its origins all the way back in the ancient Greece and Rome. The problem was that Greek culture put women in a position of being inferior to men, so women's role in society was very restricted in many ways. Women were not allowed to be on stage because it was considered dangerous.
This led to men playing male characters as well as female characters. As theater expanded, women's importance in theater also grew in a variety of different directions. Today, women are still facing many issues in the theater. Less than 20% of mainstream plays are actually... Oh my God, what is this? Tina, did you see this?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that there. What is that, Tyler?
Oh my God, sir! Excuse me, sir!
This looks like a job for Detective Tiny Feet. What you ladies have here is a victim of murder. And someone in this studio did it.
Oh my gosh, I don't have time for this, Tyler. Is this really happening right now?
You know what? We're just gonna forget about the dead body because we've been preparing for this episode for weeks.
No.
And this is messing up everything.
You guys don't understand. You must solve this before you leave this show forever.
No, you know what? Okay, how about this? You stay back here. Okay, just hang back there for a second, and we are going to show you guys a great segment that we did. This is our regular Words About Women. This time around, we talked to SFSU students about their thoughts on theater. Roll the tape, guys. Hang back there.
My role in the production is costume designer, and my experience has been really great.
I am the assistant stage manager, so I live on stage left and I work backstage during the performances.
My role in this production currently is as a lighting crew, and I just hang lights, focus lights, do whatever they need me to do, really.
So I was always around theater as a kid, and when I went to my undergrad, I met someone who was in technical theater. They introduced me to it, told me to take some of the classes, and I just fell in love.
When parents don't know what to do with you, they kind of say, go in the theater. But in high school, I had a professor who really took an interest in trying to help me learn more about technical theater, and just kind of started from there.
I think some of the misconceptions is that I think it goes along with a lot of the physical stuff. You can't lift that, or you can't hang that light, you're not strong enough, you don't know a lot of the technical stuff.
I always get the question, oh, why aren't you an actress? You're so pretty. But I've learned more and more that, there's so many females who know how to do all the stuff backstage as well. And I think a lot of people don't really think of that. They always think it's the boys who get to do it. But I've learned that there's so many females here who are talented in every way, and not just on stage, but backstage.
women working in theater, you run into men. I know as far as acting, there's less roles for women in theater, and that's an issue as an actress. And so some of us are less advantaged going into our career choice. That stands for theater just as much as anything else.
The lack of women in theater is, I think, it's still there, but I like to say that I think it's shrinking. It's not as much of a standard anymore, and I like seeing that women are starting to emerge more in the theater community.
I think it's just a matter of time. I mean, like when you look around the classes here, it's almost all female. So I think in the future, women are going to be running this industry, and that older generation's going to get out, and it's going to be completely different in the future.
What is this? I don't know. Let's do this really quick. It's really great how actors can totally impersonate a character and make it so believable to an audience. Acting really is an art form.
It definitely is. I would love to see more women hold positions of power in theater.
You guys, the body. I can help you get to the bottom of this. I am a detective after all.
Okay.
Fine. Mr. Tiny, whoever you are.
Detective, Tiny Feet. Detective.
Let's just get to the bottom of this right now. Okay, Tina, who do you think it could be?
I mean, if we really have to talk to you, Mr. Detective, well, I'm just going back to this morning. Who could it be when we were setting up our production? Is it our very own executive producer, Dr. G? He did seem suspiciously grumpy this morning. I mean, he didn't even do his usual, like, nodding his head and saying hi. Like, he didn't do, hi, guys. He said nothing to us.
That's true. But what about Kim, our set designer? She looked really suspicious earlier today, and she was late. And that's weird considering the fact that she's always on time.
Okay, well, let me see here. Dr. G and Kim? Any more suspects, ladies?
I mean, that's enough for you to work with right now, right?
No.
No, just go back and work with what you have, okay? That's enough for now. Well, first, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will talk more about 3Girls Theater, an organization whose mission is to develop, produce, and promote new plays written by women.
Don't move or think too much about this dead body. We'll be right back.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Let's do this really, really quick. Now that we're back, we're going to be diving deep into the world of theater today. Earlier, Tina and I talked a little bit about the history of theater and the role women have in it.
And we also uncovered a dead body. And we also got a chat with SFSU students about theater in our regular segment, Words About Women.
We have to get to the bottom of this dead body.
Fine. We need to do this right now. Tina, who do you think it could be?
I mean, I don't know. We've went over Dr. G, and then now we also have Kim. Who else do you think it could be, Tyler?
I really don't know.
Could it be Becca from the lighting crew? You told me something about her gloves not being on.
That's true. Earlier today, she was wearing her gloves and she wasn't even fixing the lights.
Becca, noted.
Going back to the show, we have a very special musical performance today. Nicole Muntean singing Eponine's On My Own from Les Miserables.
Pretending she's beside me, all alone. I walk with her till morning. Without her, I feel her arms surround me. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes, and she has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is her and me forever and forever. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to her. And although I know that she is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love her, but when the night is over, she is gone. The river's just a river. Without her, the world around me changes. The trees are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love her, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, her world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love her. I love her. I love her, but only on my own.
I pulled at my heartstrings.
Oh, it's okay. Don't cry. Okay. Oh my gosh, what are you still doing here? We have an interview to conduct. You need to leave right now.
Too bad. Sorry, guys.
Today we have two guests in studio with us. AJ Baker, she is the 3Girls Theater's artistic director, co-founder, and resident playwright. This woman is a triple threat and we are so happy to have her here with us. We also have Zach Kopsiak, a producer, performer, and associate artistic director. They're here to talk with us more about the organization and are going to give us their thoughts about women in theater. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
A pleasure, Tyler.
So happy to have you here. So AJ, tell us a little bit more about the organization. What do you guys do?
Well, 3Girls Theater, 7 years ago, 3 women playwrights, of which I was one of them, were focused on the problem that we have in American theater, which is that less than 20% of the plays produced in mainstream American theater today are written by women. And at that time, the three of us were like, we have to just stop complaining about it and actually do something about it. And so we started 3Girls Theater to promote, develop, and produce new works by women playwrights, and that's our mission. And to do that, we have a whole series of programs which are attempt to both develop the new works and bring them to new audiences. Particularly in the Bay Area. We're completely focused on the Bay Area with that. So we have our core development program. Every month we put up a new play that's been written by one of our playwrights in one of the many stages of development. And we also produce full productions of plays during the years as well. So we're the whole picture of trying to get that work out there, of putting women's voices on stage. In this cultural moment, we've been working on this for a while, but we're really glad the culture is beginning to catch up with what we're trying to do.
They'll get there eventually, hopefully. And you mentioned it being free. You guys practice radical hospitality, which is really nice. How does that help build the audience?
Well, we're trying to get as many people into the theater as possible, and particularly new audiences, people who aren't used to seeing live theater, to see what it's like when you get women's work on stage where it belongs, where women's voices are being heard. So although we have, for our full productions, we have ticket prices, obviously, we will never turn anyone away for lack of the price of a ticket. We want everybody to be able to get in if they can. And if you can afford to pay, great. And if you can't afford to pay, we still want you to come. And as I said, the festival is completely free, and so are our monthly readings.
It's so nice, especially when you just paid rent. And you have no money left.
It's so true.
Zach, do you mind touching on the different programs that you guys have within the organization itself?
Absolutely. So one of our main side programs is Les Rights, which is founded and run by lesbian playwrights who come together to develop their work and share it with the community. It's actually really surprising. When we started the Les Rights program, we assumed that it would be popular, but that we didn't realize how much of a gap there was in the SF theater scene for lesbian playwrights to put up their work and to hear other lesbians' voices on stage. So that has been really cool.
Yeah, it's been huge. It surprised us how many people were interested in both hearing the voices of lesbian playwrights and in also putting up their own work. We thought there'd be tons of places where people could do that, but it turned out there wasn't.
You're one of the only,
one of the few places where you can do it. And then we also have our Girl Rights program, which we teach young women in partnership with the Bayview Hunters Point Foundation. We take underserved girls and teach them how to express themselves through theater. And then we give them an opportunity to either perform those pieces themselves or have professional actors perform them, again, at the festival.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
What's coming up next? What is the next production? What are you doing in the next couple months?
Well, we have a couple things.
Yeah,
One is our newest project.
Yeah, we have the Innovators series coming up. So we wanted to show that theater in the Bay Area could be just as innovative and experimental as a lot of the technology that's coming out of this area right now. So we are going to take the work of 3 experimental women playwrights or theater companies, and we're going to put them show them at the headquarters of a San Francisco tech company, and then we're also going to have their work shown as part of the New Works Festival. And then we have a production of AJ's play coming up in April.
Disruption, which is actually about well, it's ridiculous how timely it is, but it's about a woman CEO who has to prevent false accusations of sexual harassment from going public.
This is the perfect time for that.
And that'll be at Z Space in April. And the festival is also at Z Below.
That's exciting. Thank you both for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We've learned a lot.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. When we come back, we have a special theatrical performance for all of you guys, and maybe we can solve this mystery about the guy under the table. Stay tuned.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, You're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
I'll be right back.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back, everyone.
I may be onto something, ladies.
What the hell?
Are you guys sure that's everyone you think that may be a suspect?
I mean, honestly, it's just everyone who we saw this morning that kind of acted suspicious.
But there has to be more.
Okay, well, if we really have to come down to it, I don't know. Oh my gosh, is it our producer, Ron?
That's true. Possibly.
Or you know what? If it's Ron, it might as well be Lucia, our director today, right?
So, we have Grumpy Dr. G, Running Super Late Kim, Becca from Becca, Fabulous Ron, and Miss Director Lucia.
You know what? This is too complicated.
No, ladies. Let's just pause and think for a second.
Oh my gosh. Tina, tell me you saw that. Tell me you're seeing this, right?
Oh my gosh, what is happening?
Oh, hey guys. Sorry, I took a nap. Hard work from last week.
That's my cue to go.
Oh, God.
Well, wasn't that just wonderful, Tyler?
Well, I mean, we can definitely say that no one was hurt.
I guess we can gladly end the show in a positive note, right? Let's celebrate that, shall we, with a performance from San Francisco State's own theater and dance group. Here's their rendition of Aida's Gods Love Nubia.
Princess, say it isn't true! I saw the king dragged to the street with my own eyes! They've already had him executed! No!
I'm not sure if Nubia's alive.
What?
I saw him taken to the prison.
But it's only a matter of time before the Egyptians execute him! If the king dies, so does Nubia. No! Nubia will never die! Whether we are enslaved or whether we are far from our native soil, Nubia lives in our hearts. And therefore it lives. Take me in, my dreams recurring, cheerful as a childhood dance, into one more taste of freedom, one more longing backward glance, in the sway of somber music. I shall never, never understand. Let me slip moving into the sweeter chorus of that other land. The gods love Nubia, the beautiful, the golden, the radiant, the fertile, the gentle and the blessed. The pain of Nubia is only of the moment, the desolate, the suffering, the blind and the oppressed. The gods of Nubia, the glorious creation, the songs roll sweetly across the harvest plain. The tears of Nubia, a passing aberration. They wash into the river and are never cried again. The gods love Nubia. We have to keep believing. Though scattered and divided, we are still its heart. The fall of Nubia is ephemeral and fleeting. The spirit always burning, though the flesh is torn apart. Take me in, my dreams recurring, cheerful laugh, into one more taste of freedom, longing backward, one more longing backward glance. The gods of Nubia, the beautiful, the golden, the radiant, the fertile, the gentle and the blessed. The pain of Nubia is only of the moment, the desolate, suffering, the plunder and the oppressed. The gods of Nubia, we have to keep believing. Though scattered and divided, we are still its heart. The fall of Nubia, ephemeral and fleeting. The spirit always burning, though the flesh is torn apart. The spirit always burning, though the flesh is torn apart. Take me in, my dreams recurring, one more longing backward glance.
That was unbelievable. Thank you so much to San Francisco State's theater students.
And thank you to AJ and Zach for letting us highlight your amazing organization. And thank you guys for watching. Sadly, now it's time for us to retire.
From all of us here in the studio, I'm Tyler McKinney.
And I'm Tina Nguyen. Thank you for joining us, San Francisco.